Are my kids, my children, my babies entitled because of me? That's the topic for today. And I know it's going to be a touchy, sensitive topic for a lot of my parents out there. And let me say this, just to start off. Let me kick it off and say, look, you're a good mother and father, okay? Anybody who's even watching this video, I need to, give you props and respect, for everything that you do, especially in today's society. And what I'm about to talk about really is, it's something that's been on my mind that I've discovered not too long ago, that in our efforts to protect our children, protect, our greatest creation, the babies that look up to you, in our efforts to protect them, we have accidentally created an environment that is dysfunctional. And what I mean by that is that if you look at our life and all the struggles we've had and all the times we've had to knock our head and fall and get back up and all those things that were hard, that made it the struggle. If you look at that, and if you could actually go back in time and take away every bump, bruise, and broken heart and bone, if you could take back every criticism, every betrayal, every difficult, stressful moment in our life, what kind of person would we be today? I mean, for real. I mean, because I know me. Let me just take it personally. I would be the most arrogant, self-righteous fool online right now if I hadn't had to deal with failure and learn from it. And as hard-headed as I am, I had multiple failures because I'm extra stubborn. I had to really bump my head to get some of these life lessons in my system so I didn't repeat them in the future. And I know it's hard to watch our children fall. I know it's hard, but as I tell a lot of parents, I said, do you want to see your baby fall now when we can help pick them up, or do you want to see them fall later when it's out of our hands? Because the damage is exponentially, tremendously more devastating when it happens when they're an adult. And mind you, it's not like they're not going to make mistakes as adults, but you don't want to compound that by creating this this delusion with our young people that they're untouchable, that they're invulnerable, that mommy or daddy is going to rescue them every time they mess up. And I'm not saying there aren't times when we do need to rescue them. But a lot of the reason our kids are entitled today is because we've been overprotecting them. We haven't allowed them to begin learning those life lessons that come with consequences for being stupid. And I know it's tough. Like I said, I know it's tough, and I know I'm stepping on some people's toes. But, okay, I was listening to Dr. Eric Thomas, and mega successful public speaker that I'm taking courses with. And he had talked about this story where he was getting on his son for, having this kind of a spoiled attitude and how he wasn't hungry enough to work as hard as he did growing up. And his son checked him. He said, "Well, Dad, I didn't grow up homeless. I didn't grow up having to fight on the streets and having to dig out of trash cans. I grew up here in private school, with you, where you've taken care of everything." And he had to sit back and say, "Oh, wow, he's right." So maybe I shouldn't pay for everything. Maybe in my desire for our desire, not just his desire, our desire for our kids to grow up better than us, we're not preparing them to be their best. We're preparing them to be entitled. So it's just a thought. It's just something I was thinking about as, I do my counseling sessions with my families, just being mindful of protecting your kids to where they never ever fall, because there's a lot of valuable lessons when they bump their head and they skin their knees. There's a lot of valuable lessons in failure. I know we don't like to see it, but how else are we going to prepare them to be the responsible, tough, relentless, heroic adults we want them to be, without them knowing what sacrifice is? All right. Love you guys. Think about it. Later.